Halima and Sane done the first one?
Yes, ma'am, done.
Okay, Sane, you are also done?
Done, ma'am.
Now you will draw the schedule. Okay, just write the schedule and start writing.
Done, ma'am. Done.
Okay. Now you will draw the graph. Okay, this graph. So this is your investment. Okay, and this is your savings, right? And this point is your equilibrium.
Done, ma'am.
Done.
Okay. Now we are going to start the new topic. Like coming to the syllabus, when we were discussing syllabus, what we did, this we are done. Right? Short-term equilibrium, two approaches. Then we have investment multiplier and the mechanism. Right? But now today what we will do this, meaning of full employment and the involuntary unemployment, right? Through which you can get the equilibrium. And after that, in the next class, we'll discuss this investment multiplier and the mechanism. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
But before that, we have few more things to do. In the previous class itself, what we did, like when we were doing AD and AS approach, over there, what we did, that AD is equals to AS, right? Then we did two things, when AD is greater than AS and when AD is less than. So similarly, today we are doing S and I, so we will do when S is greater than I and when S is less. Over here, what is happening? S is less than I, yes, and over here, S is greater than I, right? So let's just do that first. So when your I is greater than S, okay, so this means it refers to excess of aggregate demand because I is part of aggregate demand. Yes, because AD equals to C plus I. So now I is equals to AD, right? So it means it refers to excess of AD in relation to aggregate supply and S is a part of supply, right? So it means buyers plan to consume more and save less than what producers are planning to produce or supply. Okay. In this situation, inventory level means stock of goods starts falling and come below the desired level to maintain full employment equilibrium. Right now, basically, if you are demanding more, so of course he will expect what he will do. As the stock will come down. So now to bring back the situation, now it is greater than, you have to bring back it to the equal to. So to bring back the inventories at the desired level, producer expand production. So what the producer will do, he will expand the production. This raises the employment. When he will expand the production, employment level will increase, output will increase, plus income will increase. And he will keep on increasing these things till it become equals to AD and AS or S is equals to I. And next is, if your S is greater than I, so over here it means that buyers are consuming less, right? And saving more. So S means saving. So over here this means that buyers are consuming less, but they are saving more, right? And they are planning to buy less. So over here they are not demanding because S is a part of saving. So supply curve. So buyers are not demanding at all. They are saving everything. So this will lead to the accumulation of, when nobody will purchase, then what will happen? Accumulation of goods will be there. Producer will reduce production. This reduces the level of employment, level of output, and in turn income level. And he will keeps on doing this, keeps on falling till AD becomes equals to AS or S become equals to I. Clear? I think it's the same thing, but only difference over here is this, the line. It means that buyers consuming less and saving more, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you can
The
write
same
it.
like the previous adjustment mechanism.
Yeah, it's same because but the only difference is in the line in the second one, but overall it's same. Okay.
Yes.
So when you will
Here
write it, it will be revision for you, right?
yes, here aggregate is given. In previous one, aggregate is not given.
Yes. And over here, like see, I is part of aggregate demand. Yes. And S is part of aggregate supply, right? C plus S. And this is C plus I, AD. So C and C will be cancelled. I is part of D and S is part of S, aggregate supply. So you can, wait a minute, I'll just erase this. Wait. You have to write this adjustment mechanism, implications of disequilibrium, and then this.
Done, ma'am. Done.
Okay. So now let's just start with the next topic, which is your employment. Okay. So see, this chapter is all about equilibrium, right? So equilibrium, once we did, there are two approach, AD and AS. Now we are going to do, sorry, wait. We are going to do equilibrium in context of employment, right? If I'll ask you, students, when we will get the equilibrium, you will say, ma'am, when AD is equals to AS, or you will say, ma'am, when I is equals to S, right? But if I'll ask you, students, tell me when we will get equilibrium in context of employment. So basically what you are going to say, you are going to give me the different definition over there. So what you are going to say over that time, you are going to tell me that, ma'am, according to classical economics, economic equilibrium level of income attained at full level of employment. See, in the previous class when we were doing aggregate demand chapter, there we discussed types of employment, right? Full employment, underemployment, involuntary, voluntary, everything we have discussed, right? So now they told us that when there is a full employment, only then you get the equilibrium, right? But they told that there should be full employment, but there should be absence of involuntary employment. But Keynes in theory, he said, no, 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 no. There is not only one case, there are three cases. So he said, when full there is full employment level, then there also we can get equilibrium. When there is under employment level, then there also will be get equilibrium. And when there is over employment level, there also we will get equilibrium. So he gave three, one. But the economics basically told us that when there is a full employment, there only we get equilibrium. But Kinsin gave us three situations. So we will discuss these three situations in our class. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Done, ma'am.
Let me scroll it down.
teacher. Question.
Yes, Alina.
This Kinson's made his theories like 100 years ago. So is it like applicable in today's time?
Yeah, basically, see, right now, if you have to find equilibrium, that nobody is going to, just keep these thing in mind, right? So, but Kinson gave the theory and he just said that, see, for example, when for example, alphabets, right? It's like A, B, C, D, this, right? So, it's like why it is like I just gave the theory that 2 multiplied by 1 is 2. So, why it is 2, right? Why it is not 3, right? So this is something that theories are something which they just gave just to clear up the thing so that everyone can follow it. See, for example, you are saying that, ma'am, this is, for example, tables. It is 2 multiplied by 2. This is given, right? Someone gave me, that's why everyone is following it. Others, you maybe you are taking it 3 and Sana is taking it 4 and Madhi is taking it 5. So everyone will be discovering their own theory. So just to avoid the confusion, there like that in the previous history, or you can say prior experiencing something, there are people like the economists and the mathematicians are there who gave theory so that everyone can follow that particular thing, right? So that's why it's just a theory. So it doesn't matter that whether it is applicable, but he gave the theory, that so everyone is following this only from that day only. So that's the same thing. Similarly, like this tables, like introduction of table was done so many years ago, right? But still everyone is following it today as well, right?
Yes.
Yeah, today also we are writing 2 multiplied by 1 is 2, not 4, right?
Yes,
So
because this is
similarly,
very basis. We
yes,
get like a result from this, but from this theory, what we are getting in economy, like what we like find from theories like this.
yeah, basically what they said that, see, if you want to do equilibrium, if you want to equilibrium means a constant state, right? Then they said your economy should be full employed, only then you can achieve. So now see, everyone wants equilibrium, right? So they will be working to make it full employed, right? Or underemployed or overemployed. So over here, they'll be working on these 3 conditions so that they can achieve equilibrium. So that's why he gave the theory. Because if, for example, I told you, like, there is a passing marks in our exam, like out of 100, you have to score 33, right? So now, if you want to pass the examination, you have to make sure that you are, you are scoring more than 33. So similarly, he also gave the condition that these are the 3 conditions. If you want to achieve equilibrium, you should achieve this and this, like this. Okay.
Okay. But in some places, we need more than 90% to pass.
Yes. So that's the different criteria over there, according to, you can say, according to need of the paper, right? So there also they just tell you that this is the minimum marks, this is the maximum marks, like.
Okay.
Done, ma'am.
Done.
Okay. So now let's just do the full employment. So ma'am, what is full employment? It refers to a situation when equality between AD and AS takes place at full employment level. Okay, so when AD is equals to AS, that is your full employment, right? So over here, this is the point. This point is the point where AD is equals to AS. This is full employment. Okay, so this is what you will be drawing. Okay, similarly, for example, your demand is increasing. That point also, this is the point, again they are meeting. So this is also the point that where AD is equals to AS, right? Yes,
Yes.
right? Okay, so now let's just explain this. So basically, what is this? Basically, it is just like in the given figure, full employment equilibrium is the point E. This is the point E, right? Where EM is equals to OM. So at that time, your EM, this is equals to OM, this one. Yes or no?
Yes.
Right? This is equals to this one. Okay. At this particular point, there is no involuntary employment. Here you can see they are equal. So it is full employment. So there means no unemployment is there. Right? That is those who are willing to and able to work are getting at the prevailing wage rate. So this is the situation. So they can ask you with the help of graph itself explain the full employment. So you will just copy and paste this whole diagram. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm. So you can draw it.
Can you scroll down to the graph?
Okay, scroll down. Done.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. Now coming to underemployment, right? So underemployment, see, this was the point. Wait. Over here, this was the point, right? That you were getting equilibrium. This was the full employment, right? So under means that it is coming down. Clear? So at that time, you can see when you are these 2 points, this is the point, right? So this is the point you are meeting again. See, this is your supply, this is your demand, right? This is your equilibrium, right? Now you are discussing underemployment. So under will go down, yes or no? It will shift
Yes,
this
ma'am.
one, right? So it shifted this word, and this was the point you were achieving equilibrium, but now this is meeting here. So this will be the point where you will be achieving the equilibrium. So it refers to a situation when aggregate demand is equal to aggregate supply beyond the full employment level, right? Beyond it. Okay. So here
Okay, ma'am.
AD is equals to AS at point E1, which is lower than full employment level. So over here, where you are getting equilibrium, you are not getting equilibrium here at point E. You are getting equilibrium at point E1. Getting the point? Because we are discussing underemployment. So you are getting the equilibrium here, not here. Okay, because we are discussing underemployment. So here AD is equals to AS at point E1, which is lower than full employment level. As OM1 here, what will happen? Your OM1 will be equals to E1 M1. Clear? Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? So as OM1 is less than OM, so this is less, right? It is less than this. So similarly, this OE will be less than OE1 will be less than OE, right? And point E1 signifies the underemployment equilibrium. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. So you can try. So first write the definition, then I'll scroll it.
Done. Finished.